Let me give them to you now so I don't forget. I'm sorry I ruined your vacation, Nicole said ruefully, rummaging in her bag for the said gifts. Oh, don't worry about it. Harold and I can always go on another vacation, Diane replied. At that moment, they arrived in the living room where Evelyn and her mother were seated. I got some gifts for you, Mrs. Collins, as well as for you too, Evelyn. Your name is Evelyn, right? Nicole asked, smiling winningly at the both of them. In the next instant, Nicole brought out a number of wrapped gifts from the small luggage that she was carrying and handed them over to Mrs. Collins and Evelyn, who were both visibly surprised. Diane was surprised as well. How on earth had Nicole known to bring gifts for Evelyn and her mother? Thank you for the gift. Diane, look at your friend and learn from her. Don't just be rude, Evelyn said. Now that your friend is here, you seem to have something to say. I'm willing to give you space to be alone, but don't forget to make dinner, Mrs. Collins added, and left with Evelyn, leaving Diane and Nicole alone. How did you know to bring them gifts? Diane asked at last. Oh, I didn't. I actually got the gifts for your mom, because I planned to go over to visit her later in the day, but I decided to give them the gifts as a way of pleasing them. I can tell that my presence here annoys them. I'll replace the gifts before I visit your mom. Oh, that's nice of you, Nicole, but I'm afraid it wouldn't work or please them. I get them expensive gifts all the time, but they are determined to hate me, no matter what I do. Anyway, it's still a nice gesture from you. Yeah. Oh, I got gifts for you and Harold as well, Nicole said, bringing out the gifts. Diane oohed and awed over her gifts and then checked Harold's own, which turned out to be a perfume. Thank you so much, my dear friend. Well, try out the perfume and see if he'll like it, Nicole urged, so Diane did just that. It's actually really nice. There's something about it that I can't really put my hand on at the moment. Wait, let me think. I know now what it is. I think I perceived this exact scent on Harold a few days back. You know, I've got a nose for scents. That's so weird. Oh, come off it. It's not that weird. This brand is a classic one, so it's not that surprising that he wears it sometimes. Nicole scoffed. You're right. Anyway, you must be famished. Come, let's go to the kitchen. I'll whip up something for us to eat. I haven't eaten this morning as well, Diane said, getting up and linking her arm with Nicole's as they headed to the kitchen together, with Nicole already planning in her mind just how she was going to win over Mrs. Collins and Evelyn to her side. After the two women had breakfast, Nicole all but dragged Diane all over town to get gifts for her parents. Then she insisted they visit them that same day because she had missed them so much. That was a lie, but Diane didn't need to know that. You should have taken today and even tomorrow to rest before coming to see them. You look so tired, Diane told Nicole as they got out of the vehicle. Oh, nonsense. Your parents are literally my parents as well. They raised me after my parents' deaths after all. I can spend the night here if I'm too tired to go back to my hotel after I visit them, was the reply. All right then, Diane said. Her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Lewis, were overjoyed to see both women and expressed their surprise at Nicole's sudden appearance in the city. Not long after both women arrived, Diane's older brother Lucas, with whom both of them had grown up, came over to the house to see both of them. Apparently, his mother had sent word to him that they were around. He was overjoyed them, especially Nicole, whom he hadn't seen in the 5 years since Diane got married. Mrs. Lewis bustled around, cooking and serving everyone food, and it was just like old times again. Nicole took in everything, trying hard to hide her resentment. Even though it wasn't exactly easy, what wouldn't she give to have it be her real parents hosting and welcoming her back home, instead of some goody-two-shoes family who thought that they were the savior of the world? It feels so good to be home, Mom and Dad. You don't know how much I missed you when I was studying abroad. I've been so busy with my studies that I couldn't contact you guys for the past few years. As soon as I returned, though, I couldn't wait to see you, Nicole said. Dear daughter, we know how busy you've been with your studies. How can the family blame you? The most important thing is that you're back now, so we have more time to spend together, Diane's mother replied kindly. Thank you, Mom. All I wanted was to see the people I missed on my first day back, which is you guys, but someone important is missing. I want to know when I'll see my godson or goddaughter. I haven't given him/her a gift yet. she said. Silence immediately descended on the room at her last two sentences. Nicole smiled to herself inwardly, enjoying the expressions of everyone in the room. Of course, she had known that Diane's child was gone, but she still wanted to bring up the topic because she wanted to see the unhappiness on their faces when she did. What's the matter? Why aren't you guys talking anymore? And why do you have that look on your faces? Nicole asked, pretending to be confused and purposely ignoring Lucas's angry look. I had a miscarriage after I got married 5 years ago. So unfortunately, I lost the child. But it doesn't matter. I'll have another child. And when I do, you'll still be my child's godmother. Diane explained sadly, glancing at her depressed mother. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. When did this happen? You didn't even tell me. I can't imagine how sad you are, and how horrible it must have been for you. I finally know why your mother-in-law just abused you, Diane. Are you really happy there? I'm back home now. So please let me know anytime you're upset, and I'll gladly help you. Nicole said, giving Diane a hug as she spoke. Diane didn't want her parents to worry about her, so she quickly changed the subject. Of course, I would never ignore my best friend. Let's go see how Mom's food is coming along. She replied, forcing a smile, but her heart was heavy. Her family knew that the subject of her miscarriage was a sad and touchy one for her, and they didn't want her to be unhappy. So they quickly diverted the topic, and soon, everyone was ready to eat. All of a sudden, though, Lucas told them that he had some work to attend to and couldn't eat at home. And a few minutes after he said that, he left. The further Lucas Lewis drove away from his parents' house, the angrier he got. That bastard. That sick, womanizing bastard who didn't know a single thing about being a gentleman, or a husband for that matter. Harold had always been a playboy and a mama's boy as well, which were two very dangerous combinations. Thus, Lucas had been very skeptical about their relationship when his sister began dating Harold all those years ago, that he knew just how horrible Harold was for someone as soft and kind-hearted as Diane. But Diane loved him and remained blind to these things. Now look where that had left her. Married to a man who treated her like crap, and let his damned family members do the same. It was more than Lucas could bear. And it wasn't the first time she had been ill-treated by both Harold and his family members. In fact, on one of the previous occasions, Diane had very nearly lost her life. He would make sure that it was the last time she would be ill-treated by them. Though that he arrived at Harold's office complex in record time, and marched angrily in the direction of Harold's office, which he remembered very well. He met Harold heading out of his office. You bastard! You fucking bastard! Lucas began without a preamble. Just looking at Harold's face sickened him to no end. He should have tried harder to dissuade Diane from getting married to this asshole. Well, if it isn't my dear brother-in-law. Harold drawled sarcastically. I'm not your dear brother-in-law. Left to me, there's no way in hell and on earth that my sister would have gotten married to you. Whatever. I've heard that story several times. But the fact is that she is married to me, and nothing you say or don't say is going to change that. Is that why you're here? To remind me how I wasn't your first choice for a brother-in-law? Well, let me tell you one thing. I don't like you either, so the feeling is very mutual. You arrogant bastard. Lucas screeched. Enraged that he raised his hand and punched Harold squarely in the face, causing him to emit a low screech of surprise and pain. Harold dropped the documents in his hands in anger, and turned to face his brother-in-law, ready for a fight. He managed to get a punch in,